concept of knowing about the static keyword, right? So I'll continue here to understand about the way of creating static block, static variable, static method. Okay. Uh, in the last session, okay, in the last session, we discussed about how do we create the, how can we differentiate the instance variable and static variable. And also I told you how to differentiate the constructor and the static block. Folks, these are the things I told in the last class. Uh, I have written question, but I asked you to people write the answer for these two. I think you might have completed the answer for both of these questions. Okay. Can I expect that?
Yes, sir,
Guys,
done.
okay. Okay. Cool then. So coming to session for today, just we want to know about how do we understand about the static block, static variable, and also the static method. So for that, we are going to discuss about a program today. So this program will be helpful for you to practice on a static variable, static block, and a static method. So far, we discussed about theoretically about static. Now we want to discuss about how we can able to use them in a program. Okay. First, we are going to write a small program. Okay. Uh, See, I have a requirement like this now. My requirement is, oh, just a minute. Mm, not required. Guys, yeah. So uh, now I just want to remove all these things. See, guys, I have a requirement here. Let me talk about the requirement. See, I have a class here, okay? First, let me explain about this, guys. First, we are discussing about a small program, then we will discuss about another application to understand about static. Two programs we'll create, okay? See here, guys. See, suppose I have a class here. Let us say class name is class A only. Class A. I repeat my statement, guys. I have a class called class A. My requirement is what? My requirement is for this class, can I create an object? Inside the class, there are variables and methods, right? There are some variables here, there are some methods here.
Methods.
Leave about that. That is not my intention. My question is now for this class, can we create an object or not? If there is a class, for a class, what we can create? Object.
Object.
Because only creating class means what? No memory will be allocated. Memory will be allocated only when object is created, right? So
Yes.
there is no use of a class without creating object. So if you want to use a class, you must create what? Object.
Object.
So what is the class name here? Class A. So I want to create what? Object. I want to create what? Object. So if I want to create an object for this class A, okay. For example, this is main class. For example, this is main class, public class main. inside the main class. For example, this is my public static void main method with a string args. Then tell me inside the class I'm creating what object now? So how can I create a class? Can you tell me how do you create object for this class?
Class name.
Class name.
Space.
What is the class name? Class A.
Class name.
That's a class name.
Object name.
Base object name C1
Equal
to
to
new class name.
Class A of parenthesis.
Class A of parenthesis. Am I right or not?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Very good. This is a way of creating an object now. Yes. One
Yes.
object I have created. Can I create one more object also?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I create one more object also?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Can I create one more object also?
Yes. Yes.
For a class, we can create what? Multiple objects.
Objects.
I am creating, suppose I'm creating multiple objects. But at some point of time, for example, here, at this point means at this line, I want to know how many objects are created so far. I would like to know totally how many objects are created for this class now. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Okay. See, for example, see, first object is created. When the object is created, one object is created, na? So you maintain one count variable. You maintain one count variable. Now tell me, initially what's the count value? Initially count value is 0.
0.
Initial value of count is 0.
0.
Initial count value is 0. What happens when the first object is created?
1. Count will be increased.
Increment count to 1. What happens when the second object is created? Increment the same count value by 1 again. It becomes 2.
2.
If another object is created, increment the count value by 1. Now 2 becomes 3.
3.
Count becomes 3. If you display the count value, you will get what? How many objects are created? Tell me as per this example. For example, one more object is created in this line. Then count becomes how much? 4.
4.
Now tell me if I display the count value, how much count will be displayed? 4. Which
4.
means how many objects are created?
4 objects.
4 objects are created. Suppose next I'm creating one more object. Again, I want to display the count value here. Okay. Tell me here when the new object is created here, again count is incremented. Now the count becomes how much?
5.
5. If another object is created, count becomes 6.
6.
If I display the count here, then tell me how much value will display now?
6.
6. So question is, I have a question to you. Tell me this count variable, whatever the variable I want to maintain for the counting, this count variable for counting should be an instance variable or should be a static variable?
Instance variable.
Which type of variable I have to create for maintaining this count value?
Instance variable.
Static variable.
Correct.
Do I need to maintain this count as an instance variable or do I need to maintain this variable as a static variable? That is a question. I have to create this count variable as an instance variable or static variable?
Static variable.
Suppose if I am creating like an instance variable, for example, could you tell me how to create instance variable? Here I am creating variable now. Int or private int count. Private int
Count.
Private int count. Count is an instance variable because I'm not using the static keyword.
Static variable.
Very good, excellent. It is called which variable? Instance variable. Now the question comes. See, first object is created. Tell me when the first object is created, instance variable will get the memory for every object?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me this is the first object. This is the first object. Object name is what? C1. Object name is what?
C1.
C1 object created. Am I clear?
Yes.
Then tell me count is which variable? Instance variable.
Instance variable.
Instance variable will get the memory inside the object?
Yes.
Yes, this is the memory. This is the memory, sorry. Guys, this is the memory. Tell me, this is the memory of which variable?
Instance variable.
Instance
Instance variable count.
Count.
Count. Understand clearly. When the object is created, I want to increment the count value. Could you tell me where should I write the logic for incrementing the count value? Count is equal to count plus 1.
In main method.
In main method. How can you access this count variable in the main method?
Getter setter.
This is private variable.
So count.
Private variable is accessible only within the class. You cannot access the variable at outside the class. Then the
Yes.
question comes here. My question is what? Suppose object is created. Tell me, when the object is created, count should be incremented, na? Yes? Am I right or not?
Yes.
This is very
Yes.
common, very small thing that I am explaining, right? Whenever an object is created, count should be incremented. Okay.
Yes.
I have a question to you. Whenever an object is created, who will execute immediately while creating the object?
Constructor.
Constructor. You know the statement constructor? When the constructor is executed, whenever the object is created. Whenever the object is created, immediately who will execute first? Constructor will be executed. That's why what I will do is I will write the constructor here. Tell me what name and what name must be same?
Constructor name.
Class name and constructor.
Constructor name and class name. What's the class name?
Class A.
Class A. Constructor name also?
Parenthesis.
Class A.
Okay.
Parenthesis. Open the curly brace. Count plus plus. Here I am writing count
Yes.
plus plus.
Plus plus.
Count plus plus means count is incremented?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Tell me, this constructor will be executed automatically when the object is created?
Yes.
And now tell me, when the object is created, C1 object is created, then tell me constructor is executed here or not?
Yes.
Yes. What this will increment? Counter. Counter. Initial value of the count is 0 because it is an
Yes.
integer variable. It is an integer variable. Now tell me, count plus plus means count will be incremented to how much? 1.
One.
Now count is 1 in this box.
Yes.
Okay. Next, tell me C2, one more object I am creating here.
Yes.
This line is for creating what object? C2.
C2.
C2. Tell me, whenever the C2 object is created. Guys, tell me, this is C2 object.
Yes.
This object called C2. Next. Look at this. This object called C2. Am I clear? Tell
Yes,
me,
sir.
when the object is created, count is a which variable?
Instance variable.
Instance.
Instance variable will get the memory inside the object.
Object.
Inside the object. Tell me here, what's the variable name?
Count.
Counter. Tell me, when the object is created, constructor will be executed or not?
Yes.
Yes.
It will increment what?
One.
Count plus 1. That 1 will be stored in this variable, na?
Yes.
Yes.
My question to you now, every object is maintaining a separate count.
Yes.
No.
C1 object is maintaining a count, C2 is maintaining another count, C3 is maintaining a count. What is the count
Yes.
in C1? What's the
One.
count value in the C1 variable? In the C1 object? 1. In the C2 object, what's the count value? 1.
One.
In the C3 also what? 1.
One.
In the C4 also what? 1.
One.
Tell me here, every object is maintaining the count individually.
Yes.
Then what's the count now? If I display the count, what's the count now?
One.
1. You are getting 1 is answer. But actually, I am
Yes.
creating what? C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. I am creating, for example, 8 objects.
8 objects. Okay. 8.
Suppose I am creating 8 objects. Even though I am creating 8 objects, but in every object, what's the count value? 1,
One.
1. Now tell me, am I getting my correct output?
No. We
So
should
that's-
use static.
That's why. Very good. We should not use instance variable. We should not use what?
Instance
Variable.
We should use
If-
static.
If I use this variable as a static variable, I can add what the keyword here?
Static.
Static. Tell me now, count is a which variable?
Static.
Static variable. If it is a static variable, the memory is allocated for this variable inside the object or outside the object?
Outside the.
Outside the object. outside the object in a heap memory here.
Yes.
Am I clear with you?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now, did you understood the point now?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, okay. So let me delete that there is no count memory allocated inside the object. Similarly, here also there is no count allocated. Just I'm deleting. Otherwise, you'll get confusion. Now there is no count memory is allocated here. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where is the count? Count is inside the object or outside?
Outside
Outside.
Outside the
object.
object. This is a count.
Yes.
This is a count. Initially, what's the count value? 0.
0.
0. Tell me when the first object is created.
0 is replaced by 1.
0 is replaced with 1.
1.
0 is replaced with 1. When the second object is created,
1 is replaced with 2.
1 is replaced with 2.
2.
1 plus 1, 2. When the third object is created, C3.
3. 2 is replaced with 3.
Now count is incremented. Count
Yes.
is a static variable. Tell me, count is incremented means count is inside the object or outside the object?
Outside the object.
Outside the
Outside the
object.
object.
Because count is which variable?
Static. Static variable.
So because it's a static variable, then tell me how much value comes here? 3.
3.
2 plus 1, 3. Am I understandable to you? 2 plus 1,
Yes,
3.
sir.
Like this now. If C4, one more object is created, then
3 is replaced
3
by
is
4.
replaced with 4.
4.
If I display this count, if I display the value of this variable count, tell me what's the count now?
4. 4.
4. Tell me here how many objects are created so far?
4. 4.
If here C5, fifth object is created, then count is incremented again.
Yes. 5.
Becomes what? 5. If C6 is created here, then
6. Count increment by
count
6.
becomes 5 plus 1,
6.
6. If I display the count here at this point, then how much is displayed?
6.
6. Then tell me, if I want to count the objects of a class, if I want to count how many objects are created for a class, then I have to declare my count variable as an instance variable or a static variable?
Static variable. Static variable.
You know about static variable already. Could you tell me when the memory is allocated for the static variable? When the memory will be allocated for the static variable? For a static variable, the memory will be allocated at what time?
At the
When class is created.
Class is loading into
When the
memory.
class is loaded in the
Loading
JVM. Yesterday I told
Yes.
you. Whenever the class is loaded into the JVM, immediately static variable memory is created. Static variable memory will be allocated. Memory is allocated to the static variable. I told after that static block will be executed. After that, static block will be executed. I told yesterday, what is the purpose of static block? To initialize the static
Static
variables. Static variables. To initialize the static variables, we use static block. How many static blocks we can create? How many static
Many.
blocks we can create?
Based on the
0 to
requirement.
any number.
Multiple.
Multiple. 0 or more. You can get 0 static blocks also. You can get 1 static block, 2 static blocks, 3 static blocks. Multiple static blocks we can create. If multiple static blocks are created, then they are executed in the same order. First block will be executed first, followed by second block, followed by third block. In the class, in a class, if you have 3 static blocks, they are all executed in the same order. They are executed in the same order. Yesterday we got about all these things. What is the difference between constructor and a static block? What is the difference between constructor and static block? What is the difference between constructor and a static block?
In
Constructor,
constructor, we can add static variables and instance variables.
very good.
But
If
in
we are-
static mode, we can't add instance variables.
Exactly.
If we are creating object, then only constructor will get execute.
Hmm.
But static block will always get execute means after execution of the program.
No, not after execution of the program. When
Means
the class is loaded.
yes.
See, if it is a constructor, tell me constructor is executed whenever we create an object. Am I right or not? If 2 objects are created,
Oh.
If two objects are created, then that constructor will be executed for 2 times. If 3 objects are created, then the constructor will be executed for 3 times also. But what about static block? Executed for only 1 time. When the class is loaded into the JVM.
JVM.
Question: who will execute first, static block or constructor? Static
Static.
block.
Static block.
Because immediately when the class is loaded into the JVM, which block will be first executed? Static
Static.
block.
Block.
Later, when you create object, then constructor.
Constructor.
When the object is created, then constructor will be executed. Did you get my point? But constructor will execute for every object multiple times. But static block will not execute multiple times. Only once. Only once. These are the differences between what and what? Constructor and a static block. Very good. Okay. Okay. I gave yesterday a question. Please fill the answer for that with all these differences. Am I clear? Right. I have a question. Tell me, here my count is a which variable?
Static.
Static
Static.
variable. This class A is what?
Constructor.
Very good. Constructor. Then tell me, in a constructor, can I use a static variable?
Yes.
In a constructor, can I use a static variable? Yes,
Yes.
we can use. In a constructor, we can initialize static variables and also we can initialize instance
sir.
variables. Both we can use, no problem. Both we can use, no problem. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Yes. If you
Yes.
have a static method, then the static method can only use static
Static.
variables. Static methods can only use the static variables. Static variables. It doesn't allow instance
Instance.
variables. It doesn't allow the instance variables. Am I clear with you? Right. You will get error. Okay. Good. So what is our next program, guys? We'll start writing the program here. Our static program is there. We'll start adding the static program now. Could you tell me what's the program we are trying to write now? I'm writing comment here. What's the comment? This program is to count the objects created for a class. Created for a class. This program, guys, this program is to count the objects created for a class. Yes. Guys, did you get my point? Everybody? Did you get my point, guys? What is the
Yes,
program
sir.
we are writing now? Yes, let's start. Very good. Good. Cool. Cool. I have to start the code now. I'll start the code. Class A. Private static int count. I can add static private int count also. Private is what? Modifier. Access modifier.
Access modifier.
Static is also modifier only, but non-access modifier. Do you know modifiers in Java are 2 categories?
Yes,
One category is access modifier category. Other categories
non-access.
non-access modifier category. There are how many categories now? 2 categories. One is
Modifier,
access modifier. Other one is
non-access.
non-access modifier. Like that, we have 2 categories are there for modifiers. These 2 modifiers we can interchange also. Which I mean to say what? I mean to say that static private int count. It is allowed or not? Allowed. These 2 are modifiers.
Yes, sir.
Modifiers we can interchange. We can interchange. Order is not important here. But what is int? Int is not a modifier. Int is a data type. Data type must be given before variable name only. What's the variable name?
Count.
Count. So before the variable name, we must have data type. What's the data
Data.
type here?
Int.
Int. I would like to say, please understand me, guys. Suppose I deleted int here. I have written static int private count. In some other place I'm writing. Tell me I'm getting error at line 7 or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because int is a
Data type.
data type.
Data
Int is not a modifier. Int is a data type.
Data.
Data type must be specified before variable name. What's the
Variable.
variable name here?
Count.
Count.
Very good. Good, guys. Got my point, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you learning the subject, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone, so far what we discussed in our class starting from day one, are you getting some clarity on learning this Java programming? Folks in online, could you tell me some reply? I would like
Yes.
to know this reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Please. Now I have a question to you. Can I write static public void main? What is the main method in Java?
Static public void main.
No. What's the main method syntax? You know, public
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 Ah,
static
I
void.
take
Static void.
void main
main string
main array args. Like this we are writing now.
Yes.
Everybody, just I want to tell you. Yes, we are writing like this now. My question to you is, instead of writing public static void main, I want to write static first, then public next.
Valid.
You can write, sir.
Can we write like this?
Valid.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Because public and static both are what?
Access modifier.
Yes, modify.
Access modifiers.
Modifiers.
Modifiers we can interchange. Can I write void first? Void public static main.
No.
No, sir.
It is
Void public
Return.
static main. Can I write like that? First I want to write void, then public static main.
No,
Can I write
No,
like
sir.
that? No.
No.
Why?
it is return type.
Return
Void
type.
is a return type.
Uh,
Return type must be specified before the method name. Return type must be there before method name only. Who is the method name? Main.
main
So before the method name, what must be there?
return.
Return type must be there. Return type must be there. Am I clear with you? Did you
Yes, sir.
understood my point online, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Very good. So what is correct now? What is the correct way of writing main method?
Public static or public.
Ah,
public,
we can write public static void main, or we can write
return type.
static public void main also. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes. Public static type method name.
Guys, look at this. This is a static variable. Yeah, somebody.
Sir, do we use static block just to initialize or anything other use, sir?
In static block,
Is it only to initialize or anything else, sir?
static block used to initialize the static members of a class. Static members means static variables of a class. That variable initialization may be for, see that suppose when you are going to advanced level programming, you have to initialize a connection variable, for example. A connection variable
Okay,
with a database. For that, some logic is required. See, always initialization means directly not assigning the value by writing equal to.
Okay, sir.
Did you get my point? Actually, what the high level point
Okay,
is, okay, because you asked a question, I'm trying to explain you that. Sometimes what happens, you know, to initialize my variable, before that, 3-4 lines of code required. I have a static variable, but to initialize that variable, if 3 lines of code executed, then only I will get the value so that I can initialize the variable. Then tell me, where should I write that code also?
In static.
In static block. Did you get my answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Guys, I have a count variable now. I'm writing constructor. I can also write static block. Just I want to show that static block we can write like this. Count is equal to 0. Tell me, this is called which block?
Static block.
Static block.
Static.
Static block. Could you tell me inside this what we are initializing? What
Instance
we are doing?
variable.
Initializing the.
Instance.
It's not instance
Static.
variable.
Static variable.
Static variable. Yes. We are initializing the static variable.
Yes.
Yes. Initializing the static variable. Because in static block we can only initialize static variables, right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, class A. Who is this class A? This is called what? Constructor. Constructor. Count plus plus. What are you doing here? Incrementing the static variable.
Static variable. Yes.
We are incrementing the static variable there. Count plus plus. Next. I want to define a method like this. Please understand. Public static, not int get count, return count. I have a question. This is static method because I'm using static keyword.
Yes.
Static method. Then tell me count is which variable?
Static variable.
Which variable? I mean instance variable or a static variable. Look at that. What are you listening?
Static variable.
See, count is a
Static.
already
Variable.
keyword is there. Count is a which variable?
Static.
Static
Static.
variable.
Tell me this is which method?
Static method.
Static method.
Static.
Static method can use only
Static
Static
variable.
variable.
static variable. Tell me this method is using which variable now?
Static.
Static.
Count. Count is a which variable?
Static.
Static.
Static
So static
variable.
methods can only use which variables? Static
Static.
Static
variables.
variables.
Very good. Very good. Nice to see. Nice to listen. Yeah. Class A is done. Let's go ahead and write class main. Class main or public class main, anyone I can write. Static public void main. String, array symbol, rags. I have a question to you. Here, two changes I made in the main method. Two changes
Yes.
I made, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the one change?
Modifiers.
Instead of
interchange.
writing public static, I'm writing
Static.
Public.
static public. Can we write like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Because
Yes.
both are
Valid.
Yes.
modifiers. Modifiers we can write in
Interchange.
any
Yes.
order. Modifiers we can write in any order.
Order.
Means what public static order is correct or
Static.
static and public order is also correct. What is the everyday we are writing here?
Args.
ARGS args. But today what I am writing?
Rags.
RAGS rags. Is it valid? Is it correct?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. First of all, tell me what is args, ARGS args?
It's argument.
Arguments.
What is args, ARGS? If I write,
Array. Array.
very good, very good, very good. Nice catch. It is an array.
Array name.
Very good. It's an array name. Normally, you know array names, na? Guys, if I write, look at this. If I write, here I am writing. If I write int array symbol
Variable.
ARR, then tell me what is ARR?
Array name.
Array of
ARR is an array name. It is an array of integers.
Yes, sir.
If I write int array symbol RAR, tell me what is RAR?
Array name.
Array. It's
Can I-
another array.
where
Can I write my array name as RAR?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Can I write my array name as ARR?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next I'm writing int array. Int array. I'm writing my RRA ra.
Yes, we can.
Can we
Do
write
it.
my array name like that?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Finally, what is this ARR, RAR, RRA, whatever?
These
Array
are
name.
all.
So array name can be any name, na?
Yes.
Yes,
Array
sir.
name can be any name, na? The same thing here also. Tell me in place of ARGS, what I'm writing?
RAGS.
RAGS.
Yes.
RAGS. I can write SARG also, SARG. Are you getting my point or not? Is
Yes,
everybody is getting this point? So
Yes.
tell me here, you must always write ARGS only or any name we can write?
Any name.
Any name we can write, but generally it is habituated to write what everybody? ARGS means arguments, meaningful name. That's it. Rags doesn't have any meaningful name.
No.
Generally, when we are writing the variable name also or array name also, we should maintain some meaningful name. For example, if I am writing RRA, nobody writes array like this. RRA ra doesn't have any meaning. But ARR, everybody understand what's? It's an array.
Yes.
That's what readability. For readability, For readability, then tell me everybody writes here what? Args.
Args.
Today
Args.
what I am writing? Rags.
Rags.
Why I am writing is to tell you this concept. What's the concept? Array, this is array name. And this array name can be any name. But for looking good, everybody writes ARGS, args. That's what the point. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks. And you have lot of things you are learning today. Yeah. I want to create object for the class A now.
Sir, there is one more array, that is triple dot args.
That is called var argument. That is not array. That is called variable arguments. Variable arguments. Remember that point. Triple dot 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 is called variable arguments. Okay, I'll tell you that. We have that concept in further classes. Yeah. Okay. Class A. C1 is equal to new class A.
Parenthesis.
I have a question. Please understand me. Whenever object is created, I want to display one message on the screen that object is created. Tell me, where should I write that message? Where should I write that SOP statement to display the message? If I want to display the message, which statement I have to write? If I want, answer my question. If I want to display the message, what is the statement I have to write in the program? System.out.println. What is the message I want to display? Object is created is a message. Whenever an object is created, I want to display that message on the screen.
In the
Tell me.
constructor, we have to
Then
write
tell
it.
me, whenever an object is created, display one message on the screen, what? Object is created. If another object is created, again display the message, what? Object is created. If another object is created, again display the message, what? Object is created. Tell me, if I want to display that message for every object, remember my word, for every object, if I want to display this message, then where should I write that SOP statement?
In the
The constructor.
Very good. In the constructor. Because whenever an object is created, then tell me immediately who will be executed? Constructor.
will be
You can write this SOP statement in the constructor now.
Yes.
Go to the
Yes.
constructor. Guys, please try to understand me. If you're not understanding my session, you can't understand anybody's class. I'm sure for that. Okay, please try to understand me. Object is created. Did you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Object is
sir.
created. Tell me, if I'm creating another object, C2, tell me who will be executed? Who will be executed?
Constructor.
Constructor will be executed. It's a very simple point. Whenever an object is created, automatically constructor will be, that's a blind mark. Okay, fix it in the mind, okay? Fix it with Fevicol. So, whenever object is created, then tell me immediately who will be executed? Constructor will be executed. Tell me in the constructor you have SOP statement. What the message printed? Object is created. Plus next count is also incremented. Initially what's the count?
0.
0. When the first object is created, count is incremented to 1. When the second object is created, count will be incremented to 2.
2.
Because it's a static variable. Static
Yes.
variable memory is inside the object or outside the object?
Outside the
objects. Outside the objects.
Once.
Class A, C3 is equal to new class A, open close. Did you understood so far C1, C2, C3 guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. Tell me so far how many objects are created?
3 objects.
3 objects are created. I want to display, I want to get that count value and I want to display. System.out.println, observe here.
C1.
So far, the number of objects created, plus is for concatenation. If you want to concatenate this string message with some other value, then which symbol we use? Plus. Could you tell me now? So far the number of objects created and I want to display that value, count value. To get the count value, I have defined one method here. What's the method name? Get count.
Get count.
Yes. This get count method will return the value of count.
Yes.
Correct. Get count is which method?
Static
Static
method.
method. Static method can be called with directly class name also.
Yes.
Do you know this point?
Yes.
Yes. Static method we can call in two ways.
Class name
First
and
way
object
is
name.
with object name. Second way is with class name.
Class
If it is instance method,
only
can
by
also-
object.
only by object name. You can call by object name, but you cannot call by class name. Very good. But this is static method, na? So static method we can call with what name?
Object with
With
object and
both object name also we can call. Otherwise, class
Class
name also we can use. I want to use class name. Who is my class name?
Class A.
Very good. Class A is a class name. Because this method is in class A only, na? This method
Yes.
is in which class?
Class A.
Class A. This method is not there in main.
yes.
This method is there in class A. So how to call this method?
Class A dot
Class
get
A dot
Get count.
get count.
get count.
Class A dot get count. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Again, class A. Class A. C4 is equal to new class A. Class A. C5 is equal to new class A. Tell me next how many new objects I have created? How many
two
new
more.
objects I have created next? Two more. Again, I want display. The same statement I want to write for one more time. Now, did you understood so far? Tell me till this line 28. Till the line number 28. How many objects are created?
3 objects.
Till the line number 28, how many objects are created for class A?
Three
Three
objects.
3 objects. Now, till the line number 32, how many objects are created?
Five.
5. 5. Let us run this program. Everybody, let's run this program. Am I clear with you guys so far? So we can run this program, guys. Sure, we can run this program. This is class main. Main is the class here. Yeah. And actually, we are getting sometimes red mark like that. Don't worry. First, we'll run this program. What is the error? Unresolved compilation problem. I think package name is missing out.
Yes.
Okay. Let us run this program. That package name by mistake I deleted. Guys, you can see the output now. Object is created, object is created, object is created. Tell me so far the number of objects created?
3.
3. After that again,
Two
object is created, object is created. 2 more. So the number of objects created? 5.
Five.
So did you understand this, everyone?
Yes.
Did you understand this program now? So tell me in this program, I have created static variable, static block, static method. All the 3 are covered in this example.
Sir,
Very
what's the point of a static block?
Sorry.
What's the point of a static block?
You're talking about this block?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I would like to say something. This is count, which is an integer variable. We can initialize directly with 0. But in further programming in the sense when you are in the JDBC technology, you have to open a connection with the database. You have a variable called connection variable. You have a variable called connection variable. And this connection variable is a static variable. You have a static connection variable. Okay. And you have to open the connection with the database. You have to store the database connection into this variable called connection. So directly we cannot write connection is equal to 0 because connection is an object. For that, first we'll execute some code. This code will create a database connection that we will store in this variable. Then tell me now where I am going to write this code to store that database connection into this variable, in the static variable. I am going to write all these things in a static block. Now, did you understood about why we create a static block?
Yes.
Okay. Right. These are all you are going to learn in further technologies, advanced Java. But now in core programming, just we are initializing with 0. Okay. Just to, my intention is actually why I have written the static block is, if I remove the static block also, my code will run. My code will run. Do you get my point? Because count is which variable? Count is a integer variable. What is the default value of integer variable? 0. So count will be 0 only, na? Then there is no need of writing static block. But my intention is what I want to show in my program: static variable, static block, and a static method. Because with a static we can write 3 things, na? So I want to cover all the 3 things. That's the reason why I have written it. Okay. I want to copy this code and I'll put this here.
Can we also run without main?
Sorry?
Can we also run without main?
You want to
Can
remove
we-
this main method?
Yeah.
Now, okay, then. You know, every Java program execution, I repeat once again, every
Start from
Java program execution starts from
main.
main method. Is a main is a static block?
Yes.
Yes.
Static method.
It is static method.
Yes.
Main is a method. Main is not a block. Main is a method. It is a static method. It is not a block. It's a method.
But static
my
block execute at class loading
Static block will execute.
when class is loaded.
Yeah, static block will be executed whenever the class is loaded. See, for example, if you want to remove this main and you wanted only static block here, suppose I remove this main.
Yes, we can remove all the main class.
If I remove the main class, I have a question to you. Okay, I have written my program name as main.java, so I must have a main class. That's okay. But what I'm trying to say is now, this is going to be static block now.
Yes.
Now, do we have any main method in this now?
Yes.
No. There is no main method, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's run this program. We'll get the output. See here. Please define the main method. Main method not found in the class main. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Okay. So means if you want to run the program, every program execution starts from
Main method.
Main method. Since there is no main method exists, it is giving what? Error. It is not. This is an error saying that what main method not found. Did you understood now?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Now this program code is copied to you. Please go to this program code and try to practice this program. Tell me in this program, what are all the things I have covered, guys? What are all the things I have covered in this program? Static variable is covered. Static method is also there. And a static block is also there. Very good. Next, we are moving to other topic. Okay. And let's continue for the next one, guys. I will take for another 10-15 minutes. So the concept is what we are going to look at is about inner classes. What's the topic name?
Inner classes.
We have a concept called as inner class. Inner class means we are adding the class inside the class, which is also called as nested class.
Yes.
So I will explain the first any topic when I am taking up any topic in Java, when I am explaining to you, my first intention is why such topic is there. Why in Java that particular topic is included. That is very important. Guys, everybody try to get the point clearly. Am I right or not? Everybody, please try to get the point clearly. Yes? So, why is most important one? That's why we are going to first focus on why. Why this particular concept is given by taking example. So, what is our topic name now? Inner classes. First, I will write. Actually, today we started with this program only, but I gave much explanation regarding this program.
Yes, sir.
Today is 4th. Okay. In the notes, it is looking like only we discussed small point, one program only. But actually, behind this program, we discussed lot of things. Okay. Now, what is our topic name now? Inner classes. Inner classes. So actually, the word inner is not new for you. The word inner is not new for you. Because we are aware that, guys, because we are aware that we can write a for loop inside a for loop. And we can write while loop inside while loop also. They are all called as nested for loops. When we are writing about pattern programs, we have written nested for loop, asterisk pattern, star, 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 like that. Practice those programs every day. Pattern programs you have to practice, array programs you have to practice, and strings programs you have to practice, because as a fresher, you will get questions from that particular area. Okay. So what is the concept name we are discussing today? Inner classes. Okay. Right. So first of all, let's take up an example. Please try to understand me, guys. My always intention is what, first of all, to what is the proper way of learning the subject is, first of all, we should know about why that particular concept is given. Without knowing that why, if you by heart the subject, then what is the use? First learn about why, then discuss about why, what and how. So first we'll discuss about why only, na? What's the topic name? Inner classes. Yes. Look at this, guys. I have two classes. Please try to understand me. I have two classes. Examples first I'm taking up so that you people can able to understand it. Guys, I have two classes. I have multiple examples, but let me start with one by one example. To understand, I'll take 2-3 examples. How many classes are there with me? Two classes are there. One is class computer. Just understand. First understand, okay? Whenever I'm trying to speak out about why, please try to listen to that, okay? Okay. I have a class called mouse. What are the two classes now? Simple example first. We know about computer, we know about mouse. How many classes are there?
Two classes.
Two classes are there. Please understand, guys. I have a question to you. Computer and mouse, both the classes will work together. Am I right?
Yes.
Computer and mouse can work together.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. One more thing. Mouse cannot work. Mouse cannot work independently. This mouse class cannot work independently without computer. This mouse can only work within computer.
Yes.
Am I right or
No.
not? Did you get my point clearly? So I have two classes here. But this second class cannot work. The second class cannot work independently without the first class computer. This can work only within this class. Did you get my point? Please understand me. I can write two separate classes. I can create mouse class object inside computer class. I can do like this. First of all, digest this point. Am I clear with this point? I can write two separate classes. Next, I'm creating this object, mouse class object inside the computer. Which means what? Whenever the computer object is created, then inside the computer, what object also created? Mouse object is created, because mouse cannot work without computer. So when I create a computer object, then tell me, in computer object, what object also created? Mouse. Mouse object is created. Did you get my point, guys? Am I clear with this point, or do you have any doubt? This point, am I clear with you? Everybody? Online
Yes, sir.
folks? Online folks, am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Mouse cannot work independently without
Computer class.
Without computer. Okay? That's why where we are creating this mouse object? Inside computer class. Inside computer class. Tell me, whenever computer class object is created, then internally what object also created?
Mouse object.
Mouse. If I create a computer class object, then computer class creates mouse class
Mouse.
object. This is a concept now?
Yes.
Very good. Now question is, instead of maintaining two separate classes like this, one class is computer, other class is mouse. Instead of maintaining two separate classes like this, you can also do one thing. Write this mouse class within the computer class only. Class computer, inside the class computer, class mouse. Now tell me, both the classes at one place now? Now the two classes are maintained separately, or both are together maintained at one place? Both are together maintained in one place.
One place.
One place. This will improve readability of the code. This will improve readability. People can understand the code easily. Yes. And we are getting some better encapsulation. So to improve the readability and to get better encapsulation. Encapsulation means what? Keeping
Binding
all the
of-
required data and methods together into one bundle. Am I right or not? Into one
Yes,
bundle.
sir.
That bundle is called class. Am I right or not? Yes. Observe here. So if I encapsulate the related classes, who are the related classes? Computer and mouse are the
Mouse.
related classes. And mouse class cannot work independently without computer class. If that is the case, instead of maintaining two separate classes, you can also maintain this mouse inside computer class now, so that we can improve the readability of the code. Better encapsulation we are getting here.
Yes.
For that, I am writing this mouse class inside computer. Could you tell me now, if I write one class inside the other class, it is going to become like inner class now? Who is inner class now? Mouse. Who is
Mouse.
outer class now?
Computer.
Computer. You know already for loop inside the for loop, outer for loop and inner for loop. Now here also what? Outer class and inner class. Did you get my point? Yes?
Yes.
Next example. Guys, next example. Class, please understand me. Class. Mobile. Class sim. I have two classes. Could you tell me what are my two classes here? Mobile is one class.
Sim
Sim
class.
is
Also
another
one
class.
class. Suppose two classes are there. You know that, guys, sim cannot work independently without a mobile.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a sim, but I don't have a mobile. And tell me, can I do anything with the sim?
No.
No, definitely no. Then tell me, this sim, this class sim cannot work independently without
Mobile.
mobile.
Yes.
Then instead of maintaining them as a two separate classes, for better readability of the code, for better code readability, for better encapsulation, what can I do? I can write these two classes together in one place.
Yes.
So how can I make these two? These are related classes, na? Mobile and sim are
Yes.
related classes, right? I cannot
Yes.
see. I cannot write mobile and mouse as related classes. Is mobile and mouse are related? No. Mobile is a separate class. Mouse is a separate class. But what about mobile and sim? They are related classes. Okay. Can I make them into one place? Can I define them at one place? Class mobile inside the class sim.
Class sim.
Very good. Now, did you understood about the concept of inner classes now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Do you have any question to me, guys, both in online and offline? Do you have any question on this topic? Do you have any question on this topic, guys?
No, sir.
Am I clear with this point? Am I clear with this point? Yes? Okay. Okay. Guys, I'm taking different examples. Class, theater. I have one more class, seat. What are the two classes now?
Theater and
Because this
seat.
example will connect us very easily, right? Movies. Okay, theater is a class. Let's say
Yes.
seat is a class. My question, can seat work independently without the theater? No. No, right? In theater, we have seats. I'm not talking about chair or something. Theater, seat. Could you tell me now, seat cannot work independently without the theater? Then tell me, instead of maintaining these related classes separately, can we maintain together at one place for better readability and better encapsulation? Yes. Could you tell me how to write now? Class, theater, inside the class, inside that class is seat. Did you understand this, guys? Many examples I'm giving here. Are you getting all these examples? This concept is called what? Inner classes. Inner classes. First, let me write the point. First 1-2 points I'll write for today. First point. If you create a class inside another class. Hey, did you get my point? What? If you create a class inside another class, then guys, it is called what? It is called, if you create a class inside another class, then it is called inner class. It is called inner class. Okay, inner class. Okay. If we have if we have related classes, and if a class cannot work independently, without the other class, then we can create it as an inner class. So with this point, nobody can understand anything. With examples only you can understand. For example, we have classes like this. What is this now? Class computer. And also we have another class mouse. So guys, how many classes are there? 2 classes are there. What are the 2 classes? One is class computer, another one is class mouse. Okay, for example, we have 2 classes like this. Okay, tell me here, both are which classes? Both are related classes, na? Both are related classes. And of course, in computer class we have, guys, variables and methods. Every class contains what? Variables and methods. Computer class contains variables and methods. Okay, computer class contains variable like model, operating system, whether it is Mac operating system computer or Windows operating system computer, something will be there, na? Similarly, mouse also contains its own properties. Okay, for example, mouse company, it's a Dell mouse or Lenovo mouse or something like that. Did you get my point? Apple mouse or whatever it is, right? So mouse also contains what? Its own properties. Okay, is it a wired mouse or wireless mouse, Bluetooth mouse, mouse type? Did you get my point? Everybody? They have variables and methods. I'm not talking about that. Okay. So let me write better variables, methods. Otherwise, you may get confusion. This class has variables. This class has methods. Tell me similarly what this mouse class also contains. Variables and methods. There are variables here. There are methods here. Guys, here both are what classes? Both are related classes. And everybody, did you get my point, guys? Both are which classes? Related classes. And mouse class cannot work independently. So instead of maintaining them as a separate classes, tell me what should I do? Tell me, instead of maintaining them as separate classes, what can I do? Yeah, we can create, okay, we can create mouse class inside the computer class. Okay. Let's write the code now. Class computer. Everybody, class computer. Tell me, guys, inside the class computer, what I'm writing?
Class.
This class can have variables and methods, na? Okay, next one, class mouse. Class computer has class mouse. Guys, tell me, mouse class has its own variables and methods?
Yes.
Variables methods are there in class mouse. And variables and methods are also there in computer. Better I will write into next page. Hey, understand me now. Who are these variables and methods? Whatever the variables, methods, words I am writing now, who are they?
Computers.
These are
Variables
the
and
methods, variables and methods of
Computer class.
computer class. These are variables and methods of
Mouse class.
mouse class. Very good. But finally, did you understood the concept, guys?
Sir.
Yes, variables and methods.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Tell me, who is the outer class here?
Computer.
Computer
Computer.
outer class. Mouse
Inner class.
inner class. And here I want to write point. What's the point I want to write is? The point I want to include is inner classes are created for better readability,
Yeah.
better readability of the code, and for better encapsulation. Did you understand this point, everyone? For better readability of the code and better encapsulation. This is the session for today. From here onwards, I will continue in the tomorrow's class. Inner classes are again 4 types. How many? 4 types of inner classes are there. Non-static inner classes, static inner classes, local inner classes, anonymous inner classes. How many? 4 types. So out of 4 types, 3 types we will discuss tomorrow. 3 types. But 1 type we cannot discuss. That is called anonymous inner class. That concept you will learn in interfaces. That's why 3 types I will explain today. But totally how many types are there? 4 types are there. There are 4 types of inner classes. That 4 types will be continued tomorrow. Okay, guys?
Okay.
So I'm not sharing any notes today because we haven't discussed much about the notes in the session. We focused today theoretically and understanding the program, but not writing the notes. That's why I'm not sharing any notes for you today. But tomorrow I will share the notes. Okay, na?